All right, guys, we're going to do another Alex Ross book, although it's more than only a cover. This is Justice, issue number 4 from 2006 from DC Comics by Alex Ross, Jim Krueger, Doug Braithwaite. I believe that's how you say it. Now, what I like about this series is that the villains are truly being portrayed as villains, as evil villains. So this whole book is basically heroes getting beaten up. I like that. It's different instead of we have a superhero with a villain that has been I don't know going back and forward. No, it's just villains beat up heroes. So we have Lex Luthor here who's doing a speech to the whole world. And I mean, this is Pamela Isley, but I don't know who this guy is. So it could be that this is maybe Gorilla Grodd using his mental powers to change himself into a black man, and which I'm not entirely sure. But basically, they are saying, "Hey, we are villains. We know what we did, but we are not apologizing. What we are doing is now healing the world. We're gonna, save the planet. We are doing good, right? And that's exactly what they are doing. And then they are blaming." Basically, the heroes that they have the power of the gods, and you worship them, but you didn't do nothing. But they do nothing. They rather have the poor being poor, and the people are starving, and crimes happen across the country and the world. Right? That's basically what Lex Luthor is going for. Well, Bizarro is attacking Superman. All right, he's really it looks great. Now, Bizarro is mostly, I mean, maybe nowadays is being portrayed as a, not always, but, mostly as a goofy character, making jokes and not, well, not making jokes, but, he's a jokey character, or people make jokes of him because he's goofy. But he's, here is a real threat to Superman. He's going to get it. Meanwhile, at Ferris Aircraft, Hal Jordan is getting a visit from Sinestro. Now, there's a lot of strange things happening here that's not really well explained, but I think and it's all part of the plan. So Sinestro comes in, he doesn't say anything. He's using a boom tube to, I don't know, boom Hal Jordan away in his classic costume, by the way. Look at this waist. It looks cool with the this instead of a belt. It's pretty cool. And then we have the Scarecrow doing stuff. We have Dinah here. Is it how you say in English? Dinah? Yeah, Dina. With Ollie. And people think, hey, who's the brunette? Well, actually, this is, Dinah Lance. And she is, a brunette. She's not a blonde. The blonde thing is a wig. But a lot of people don't know that because she's always portrayed as, Black Canary with the blonde hair, right? But actually, it was always a wig. But does she take off the wig nowadays? I don't think so, right? Anyway, so she's spilling some coffee beans, but the insects coming out, and she's being attacked, right? And she screams, but Ollie doesn't hear that. So he says, "The wig, huh? It's going to be one of those kind of nights." He's a lucky guy. I'm going to need protection. But then I know she turns into clay, maybe. And so, also, Wonder Woman here is now being attacked by Priscilla, also known as Cheetah. And you say, wait a minute, that's not right. I mean, Barbara Minerva is Cheetah, right? Well, this is the original Priscilla Rich, who is actually a socialite. She's a rich woman, and she hates Diana's guts. She tries to separate that guts from her body. It looks great, by the way, right? But the whole thing is that she doesn't talk at all. And while Diana here just wants to, say, hey, we don't want to have to fight, and she wants to help him. And you've given yourself over to the dark gods again. Why? I don't understand. It doesn't have to be this way. But she doesn't talk at all, right? She says, Priscilla? But then she's getting, I don't know, a lot of licks in, and she's actually losing. And she wants to, pushes her, I don't know, part of her costume to call the Justice League headquarters, the satellite, and nothing happens. Nobody's answering her calls. I also like these, so you have wounds, but it gives a little bit light, probably because Wonder Woman is made of clay. Magical clay. Maybe that's why it's glowing. I don't know, but I like the visual. Now you see here that this Priscilla woman is actually badass and wants to kill her, right? Now I'm coming back to that to the part that I like, that villains being portrayed as villains. They are evildoers, right? They are murderers, they're criminals, they're thieves, they're scumbags, right? They're doing evil things. They want to kill, murder, I don't know, beat up the heroes, right? Now, nowadays, in modern comics, now I have to show you this. This is what modern comics is nowadays with the writer Tom King. I hate Tom King with a passion. Well, not as a person, but I hate his writing. Instead of, we see stuff like this that, I want personally to see. I don't want to be, Wonder Woman crying and cuddling with her arch nemesis. It's not what I want to see. And the problem with Tom King's, I don't want to go back to modern comics and, the bad side of that, or the what I hate about that. I mean, I've been talked about that enough. Trust me, I never stop talking about it. But he always injects his own personal feelings. He's PTSD because he's gone to war, I believe, and he's messed up. He did it with, Barry, not Barry Allen, but I want to say Wally West. He did it with not Mr. Terrific, but Big Barda's boyfriend. Wow. Mr. Miracle, yeah. He did that with Adam Strange. He did it with Batman. All breaking down all these tough, cool characters into a puddle of misery. And that's his shtick. And that's why I hate his writing. It's just all crying and all depression. I don't want to see that. I want to see this. I want to see, villains kick, heroes' ass and vice versa, right? I want to see that. That's why I'm reading these books. I don't want to, go to therapy and uncover all the layers of misery that it hides inside someone's body. I don't buy that. I don't want to buy stuff like that. I don't care. Okay, that rant over. Now we go to the museum where Shayera and Carter Hall is being attacked by toy airplanes that uses explosions and all that stuff to kill them. Looks great, by the way. It's barely any words are needed, and it's the Toy Man who is behind this, and then this whole museum explodes. Well, Lex Luthor is still talking about the woes of the world, and they built a city that the people can go in. He built the city for them. There's no disease, there's no poverty there. You can come to that city, right? Well, of course, discrediting the hero's work and say that they're all, bad people, right? I'm a little bit too soon here because it seems that we have a sniper in our midst who wants to kill Dr. Palmer. Is it Dr. Palmer? The Atom? Right? It's Palmer, right? Yeah. She misses because he moved just an inch. And he says, call an ambulance, call Carter. And Carter is, Carter Hall, Hawkman, because he's friends with Hawkman, right? Meanwhile, Superman is really getting beat up by none other than Bizarro. Bizarro is, on par with Superman. He's basically a failed clone made by Lex Luthor. And, he doesn't have super breath, but he has cold breath. He has flame breath, and he has, not heat vision, but freeze vision. It's reverse. And then we have this guy, and I thought, dude, I know you from somewhere, but I didn't know that at the time. Yeah. So now Solomon Grundy comes in, and I like this version because Solomon Grundy, another cool character, born on a Monday, he actually looks like a freaking undead zombie here, right? He's awesome. And she said, "Let me look at this." Right? He is getting beat up, but then the parasite comes. The parasite, touches him, sucks him dry. He's getting weakened. He says, "Hit him again." Yeah, again. Yeah, like I said, our heroes are getting beat. And then we also see Barry Allen here. He has, with dinner with Iris, and there's maybe a little bit of a signature, how you say, scene here, because always when I see Iris and Barry together, it's mostly, he is coming up late on dinner, and that's what they have. They have always dinner, and he always coming late. And he always needs to go because he got this, as you can see here a little bit, Superman signal, and then we have Mr. No, it's not Mr. Freeze. Leonard Snart, Captain Cold here, and then he says, "I'm coming, Superman," but then something happens, and again I don't know what. He says, I can't stop. What's happening? I am racing myself." So that's cool, and I believe that is the same happening with Wonder Woman. Right, that she is, I don't know, she's getting slashed and she's now weakened and she doesn't know what to do anymore, right? So there's something going on, although no, I don't know what. That was a weird sentence, forget that. Anyway, so Parasite says, "I am the Man of Steel, aren't we all? He's all yours." So yeah, this is Corbin, Metallo, another, he's a cyborg, I guess. His head is transplanted on this cybernetic robot body, and he has a kryptonite shard in him. Anyway, so Luthor is keep going on the failures and the woes of our heroes. Well, this is basically what's happening. She is getting destroyed. They are getting destroyed. Shayera and Carter Hall. Sorry, this is the wife of Ray Palmer, the Atom. And then we have Dinah Lance here has been, I don't know, has he been shot? Is he dead? I don't know. But I like that, visualization, that cliffhanger, that something is really, really wrong. I also like the panel layout from Alex here. He's doing that a lot, by the way. I mean, there's a lot of panels here, but it all fits. But he also is doing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then he also doing this a lot. And this is what I really like. It gives you can see it here. So we see all our heroes defeated, on verge of dying, right? Martian Manhunter, I don't know, disappeared drowning. Aquaman still on the table of the operation table of Brainiac. The dismembered head of Red Tornado. So Luthor says, "I bid you adieu," right? And Superman is about to die. And that leads us to the next issue. I really like this. I really like that evil is being evil again, instead of, crying all the time. Like this. Come on. I don't want to see that. Villains needs to be villains. Stop, sympathizing with villains. And then we have, of course, Brainiac's files. You can read it. You can pause the video, right? It's cool. Here as well with Parasite and Metallo. Oh no, it's not. It's from the Bat Computer, by the way. Okay, I was wrong. Anyway, so it leads us to the next issue. This one here, issue number 5, and we're going to continue the series until it's done. I believe there's 12. Yeah, it's 12 issues. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think this is very, very cool. I like it a lot. I like Alex Ross's art. I like the story where this is going. There's real danger here, real threat. I want to see more. Guys, thank you so much for watching as always. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.